The seasons are winding up before they hit the finish line. And you know what? We're not loving all the plot points this week. So we're going to talk about our least favorite moments of the CW Super shows right now on Super Chat. Welcome everyone to Super Chat. I have two new guests with me today. They're new to the show, but not to my heart.
Oh, that's sappy.
Yes, so sappy. We have Liz Bogan-Clark. She is an artist and an oil aficionado. Ooh. So you can tell us all about that. And Greg Urquhart, or G-Man.
Nailed it.
Whatever you'd like to go by. We can call you G-Man. And he does a podcast, Favorite, Least Favorite.
I do.
So let's learn about your artwork. We have one right here. It's like a really cool window piece, and she paints so many of them. And if you live in Charlotte and have driven through NODA, you may notice a lot of these. How'd you get into this?
I started collecting the windows. I didn't like them being thrown away.
Yeah.
We moved here about 8 or 9 years ago, and at the time it was a lot easier to find them.
Yeah.
They were just sitting on the curbs, and I had a collection of about 50. And my
wow.
husband's like, you're never building a greenhouse. Like, get it out of your head. Do something with this collection. So
there
I started
you go,
painting
turn them
them
into art. So you were going to make a greenhouse? That's
I wanted
cool.
to. Like, wouldn't that be cool?
You still could, yeah.
Well, now I'm running out of windows, and it's a lot harder to find them these days.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a good old window.
That's true. You got to go to different neighborhoods that they're developing.
Yeah. Well, I have good friends, like friends all over town that will call me, like, on the corner of such and such, and I'll just take my van down there.
Nice. And where can people find them if they'd like to buy one or commission one?
I have them now at the company store in NODA.
Oh, yeah.
And also there's a couple at Custom Jewelry in NODA.
Check out Custom Jewelry. Actually, this ring I always wear is from Custom Jewelry. I love that place. And company store has, the dumpling lady always is there on like Wednesdays through Thursdays through Saturday.
Yeah, and ask anyone in NODA.
Yeah.
You can find me.
On tap.
And they have Prosecco on tap, which brings us to favorite, least favorite podcast, which might as well build in a Prosecco tap.
We should.
Tell us about this podcast and how it came to be.
I've got a buddy, his name is Mike, and we've been friends probably about 12 years. And we just like to talk about stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And we said we should make other people listen to our stupid stuff.
Perfect. That's why I'm here.
Great idea.
We bought some gear. We just have a lot of fun, and you know the format.
Yes.
Mike's the favorite person. He'll ask you your favorite something. We'll talk about it. I'll ask you your least favorite.
Okay.
And then we spitball.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Liz was on.
Liz was on. You have to check it out. Go to iTunes Store, and you can actually subscribe on there. Which
Comes out
I
every
did.
Monday at 10.
Monday at 10. And I'm hoping to be on it soon and talk about favorites and least favorites, which is cool. And I was listening, and I was learning facts about my pals that I didn't know.
Learn about your pals.
You learn a lot of stuff. And it kind of reminds me of Anna Faris's podcast, which is a big compliment because that's a hysterical podcast, Unqualified. I think you should just give like random advice to people, to callers.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that she had one.
She has one, and it's great.
I'm gonna look into it.
You need to
Well, it's not
check it
greater
out.
than ours.
It's not greater than favorite, least favorite. If I had to pick a favorite podcast, it would be favorite, least favorite.
That's right.
There you go.
And speaking of favorite, least favorite, we have a question of the week based around our least favorite moments of the CW shows this week. In honor of the favorite, least favorite podcast, what was your least favorite moment this week? We have A, Felicity's apology to Oliver. If you watched Arrow, I felt not great about this part. B is Mon-El letting his mom slide, although we were talking earlier, we don't really condone domestic violence, but still, she's evil. And she lied about the dad. She lied about the dad.
She did.
His death. So then C is Killer Frost. We saw a glimpse of her wanting to be back on the team, but then she went cold. Her heart went cold. Is she thawing? We don't know. Or D, other, if you have a least favorite. So what were your least favorite moments? Do you agree with any of these on the list, or do you have a different one?
Well, as far I agree with the Frosts. That I thought he was getting close.
I know.
Like he kept on dropping the things, and I was hoping that she would at least give a hint. Well, she did.
Yeah.
She kind of stepped up there. But the thing that really bothered me when they were getting rid of his memory, the Flash's memory berries, and I'm like, stop. Just like make him leave the room.
Yeah.
Make plans with him not there.
Yeah.
And then you don't ever have to get rid of his memory.
That's true.
And then the future guy wouldn't know anything.
But he would know what Barry knew, though, I guess.
That's true. But if they just keep Barry out of it for a while.
I think it was a flawed plan.
Yeah.
It was a weird episode.
It's like, it never works. Getting rid of memory
never works. And I feel like the only reason for this episode was just to see Goofy Barry again, which I'm kind of a fan of.
Yeah, and it was kind of bittersweet.
It was.
Because it's like, oh, she's going to lose him.
Yep.
But
he's
hopefully
back
he'll
to
come back
grumpy.
a little.
I know. It was a little bit late and fun. So what was your least favorite?
I think letting the mom slide.
Yeah.
She should have. as you say, getting pistol whipped, or at least
Yeah, pistol whipped
a
is what I said
a good
earlier.
shake. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was it.
I know. And then another point could be, the least favorite part could be they just let Killer Frost walk back to Savitar.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't smart.
They did mention that was a thing. Like, are we gonna just let her
I
go?
guess we're gonna.
Yeah, I
and
guess
that
this
seems
is a thing.
not the brightest.
They
but
do have 2 more shows left, so.
2.
Yeah, but they at least were able to work with her. I don't know. I thought this whole episode was kind of a glimmer of maybe we can work with Caitlin Snow in the future as Killer
Yes.
Frost, as a positive Killer Frost. On Facebook, let's take it to Facebook, what they had to say. A lot of different answers. So Lance Ospresser, who runs the Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, all these different discussion groups, thanks to them. Shout out to them. Join them if you're not on. Lots of conversations being had on those pages. He says Savitar being a time remnant. I kind of agree because I don't understand what the bananas is going on with that. And then a lot of people had just all kind of different answers. But then Elizabeth wanted to know why people would hate that Felicity was apologizing to Oliver. And I hear you, Elizabeth, but here's what I thought. I thought maybe this is just like me being feminist or something, because Oliver's doing stuff all the time on the show to Felicity, and he's unapologetic about it. And he's like, it's the right way, I'm the team leader. And then when she decides to make her own plans, join Helix, and try to solve, and everything she was doing was really just to help him help the team. And then she had to apologize to him. And I hated that the episode ended like that.
Yeah.
It was not cool, but we'll see how it transpires tonight. Arrow is back at 8. We're ramping up. I didn't like it, though. I felt she didn't need to apologize. Twitter was a 50-50 draw on Ollie apology and Killer Frost rejects the team. So Twitter was a draw. But everybody has a lot of different opinions on that. But the Flash this episode, we were talking about, it was light. Did you think it was too light for winding up towards the season?
I feel like in the past, like in the ones leading up to it, they were super full. Because I kept on thinking, like, how long is this show? Because they kept on fitting so much in it.
Yes.
But you're right, because this last night, I actually watched it this morning, but it was kind of like, oh, that went by really fast.
Yeah, and for it being like 2 episodes left, did they develop the plot enough?
I don't know. What are they going to do? There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot they have to do now.
And they're going to
unless they can do it super fast.
Well, there you go. There he is.
It's a bad thing, though, when you cram it all in at the end. It just seems rushed.
It makes it,
seems
it
rushed.
does. It goes really fast.
A lot of the pacing of this season has not been excellent. I feel like the Supergirl build up with, what is the big bad? And right now we know. And that's kind of cool that they left the big bad reveal to the very end. And they also have to squeeze all that, fixing that plot point, and by like 2 episodes also. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that the pacing of The Flash this year has been just a little harried. I think that maybe the writing team, not to knock them, they do a great job of fitting things into the episode, but maybe it wasn't planned out well.
Right. Like timeline it.
Yeah. It would be like chunk of stuff, and then I don't know, and chunk of stuff. We got an explanation of what Savitar was, though.
Yes.
And who finds it under?
You know when he's sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
and then you're like thinking at the same time he is, and you're like, no. And
yes, that was cool when that was really well acted and really well directed. But the description, the explanation of Savitar.
No, I can't. With timelines, I can't.
Nope. I'm very confused. Let's check out how Cisco explains the Savitar time remnant loop.
You said you made Savitar? How?
Peep this. 4 years from now, future Flash creates a time remnant to fight Savitar. But Savitar lets that remnant live so that it can later become Savitar. So once Savitar is imprisoned in the Speed Force, this remnant starts to go crazy. And he goes back in time to the past and becomes Savitar.
Creating the lie that he was the first speedster, spreading the myth and recruiting acolytes throughout the ages.
That doesn't make any sense. Which came first, Savitar or Time Remnant?
It's a closed loop. No beginning, no end. It's just one endless cycle.
Classic chicken and the egg scenario, I think, gang.
A time remnant, it's like a duplicate of you, right? So he has your feelings, your memories. So why would he want to hurt us? Why would he want to kill Iris?
Okay, I think this is gonna be my next LOL what? Because what? Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, it's a good twist in the story, but like you said, and like he said, why? How did you get there?
Yeah.
Why?
And okay, so you've watched other seasons. How do you think this whole villain? How does it compare? Are we tired of it?
I mean, they have to keep going.
Yeah, they gotta end.
That was kind of my thing when I was like, I had watched the first couple seasons and then taken a break, and then I jumped back in, and it was kind of like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
But it is like the superhero villain thing.
It's too much. I think I don't like this plot.
Well, where do you go from here, too?
Right.
Like,
and
after you're the supervillain, now what are you gonna do?
Right. Well, next year they're not doing a speedster, which I am all about. I'm tired of these speedsters. It's the same plot, really. There's only so much you can do.
Recycled.
Yeah, it's recycled. So I think that, okay, the time remnant, I don't get it. I think we get it, but it's hard to really wrap your mind around all this time travel stuff. So we'll see how it wraps up, but I don't understand the whole, essentially the idea was that Barry in the future, to fight Savitar, created time remnants, and one left over became Savitar. So Savitar, to fight Savitar became Savitar. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm never gonna get it. I'll think about it all day. I'll go home, lie in bed, think about
an infinity loop.
Yeah,
just think about
just
it.
doing this
Okay.
like Cisco. It's my house.
It'll
is
be
gonna,
written in red marker all over your
it's
house.
gonna make new windows. It's just, it's gonna look like we're investigating some kind of crime.
Exactly.
We're never gonna get it. But if you're a follower of the comic books, a really fun thing that they did throw out in this episode is the Bart Allen reference. So Barry, who lost his memory, decided he liked the name Bart better. And if the comic books, that's his grandson. It's Iris and Barry's grandson from the future. It's in the comic book. So I don't know if maybe this was a nod to possibly bringing Bart Allen in, or in future seasons of The Flash, or if that's enough. Sometimes the producer's like, "There's your fill of Bart Allen. You're done."
You can check that off your list.
We're all done there. With H.R. Wells and his new little love interest. It's real. Do you like it?
I do.
Okay, it's cute.
They're both quirky.
I know, they're
Yeah.
odd. Now, with HR, do you think that he's going to be back as this iteration of HR next year, or do you think we're going to see yet another version of Wells?
Oh my gosh. Probably.
Probably.
I like him, and I think he's a good addition, like lightheartedness.
Yeah.
That we get from Cisco, but then it's even more quirky
It's
and
goofy.
fun. Yeah.
It's almost what the absence of Barry.
Yes, exactly.
Barry's character in the past, which we got to see a lot of this episode, and that was cute. Iris had a really big line that I don't know if a lot of people realized in this episode. She said, maybe Central City doesn't need a Flash.
Ooh.
Do you envision a Flash future flashless? Nope.
I just don't think so.
No.
No, I mean, they always do that. They always try to quit.
Yeah.
The Arrow tried to quit. How many times?
I know,
They
he's still
always
trying to
pull him
quit.
back.
Yeah.
Those villains.
Yes.
They always pull him back.
They pull him back, and there's really no superhero show without superheroes.
There you
so
go.
we're gonna do that. But speaking of superhero shows, there is a fan favorite coming back, and he was on Legends of Tomorrow, but next week he's coming back. It's Captain Cold. We're gonna see how he is gonna be with Team Flash, pulling a heist to try to get it's from the episode with the Dominators, this alien power force from King Shark, random, left field. Why is King Shark back? I don't know. I really don't get this season.
Protecting the power force.
Yeah, duh, of course. So we're gonna see King Shark versus Captain Cold versus, I don't know. Check out the trailer for next week.
Hello, Flash.
I need your help.
I know you're gonna do whatever it takes to save me, but don't lose yourself in the process.
Getting rather violent at your young age.
We need to steal an alien power source.
The Flash, thief. It's my kind of mission.
If we don't use this, Iris is going to die tonight. I can't believe they turned King Shark into a guard dog.
King Shark. That's adorable.
You say that's adorable?
Is
that what he said
I think
just
so.
then?
I think so.
He's
Yes.
adorable.
I know. I'm excited to see Wentworth Miller back. That Prison Break show has started, right?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was
think
confused.
so.
I don't want to watch it because it's not on our network, but I think that's cool that they're back. I don't know. I like his character. I like him as Captain Cold. I think it's cool to bring in people towards the finale. Who's somebody you'd love to see come back towards the end of the season?
I mean, I was glad. I was shocked to see him.
Yeah.
Just because I hadn't
I didn't
seen him
think
in
he
so
was
long.
coming, yeah.
Honestly, I was kind of glad to see the shark. Not gonna lie.
You like the shark? Okay, we love the shark.
He's back.
King Shark is back. Yes, and man, you know what? They're probably only
There
throwing
is-
him that one episode because the CGI budget is winning.
I know. Like, this is all we can afford.
They're like, we're done. We're wrapping this show up, and next year no one's having lightning bolts coming out.
Better
of
than
them.
Sharknado.
Yes,
True.
I don't know though. Sharknado is a cult classic.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Sharknado. I've not actually seen Sharknado.
Get
It feels
out.
sad. I know. I should just leave.
I watch all three voluntarily.
Oh yeah, well I would. I didn't.
Is there a fourth? Is there?
I don't even know.
There isn't yet.
How do you even?
But I bet there'll be.
How do you keep track of something?
Should be.
You should do favorite, least favorite Sharknado.
I will.
You could have a
great.
yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Least favorite Tara Reid moment.
Yeah, all of them. Since day one, studio likes that one. Yes. So Supergirl, blast from the past. We're talking about. We started the show, which you may love, with them talking about NSYNC. Just chatting about, and like girls do.
I don't hate them.
You know, well, no, I'm saying you might love that she was sitting around cute. Greg liked Supergirl. she was sitting around.
Yeah. She's watching right now.
She's watching. Hi, Melissa Benoist. Greg's here. He's going to steal that.
Come on the podcast. We'll go to Dairy Queen after.
He wants you to go to Dairy. I really hope she watches. You never know. You never know.
What else could she be doing?
I don't think anything.
On Instagram?
I bet you it's already wrapped. So she's just watching. Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
She's watching this. She's watching this. Anyways, so they're having a conversation about NSYNC, which don't you always sit around with your friends at lunch having conversations about
every
NSYNC?
week.
I know. I think it fit her character because she's dorky cute, but nobody's doing that with like Lena Luthor, who runs whatever it is she runs is way beyond
diabolical
me.
Machine.
Yeah. But this episode was neat because all season long we've been complaining about the Guardian, right? I don't like the Guardian, not a fan. But this episode made you like the Guardian. So this was, how did you feel about them building up James' character at this point in the show?
At the beginning, I thought he was just getting pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's getting outdone by everyone.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to do something stupid, but
Yeah.
he ended up turning the better leaf over, and
Yeah.
then he helped that boy who was really creepy.
Yeah, that kid was
with
real
the-
creepy.
the
With the
things.
purple eyes.
And- yeah.
Although that was a cool alien, and I felt bad for those aliens
no, they were
because they
they're-
can't help it, and they're just looking for a home, but they were also really violent.
Yeah.
And they didn't mean to be.
Super violent.
Yeah, but I thought that was really nice that they built up James' character finally. But why now?
We'll see where it goes. Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll be an integral part at the
end.
The big battle.
We see at the end with James's character that he, not dressed like a superhero, puts on his cape and kind of saves the day, but like metaphorical cape. Do you see him maybe quitting with the Guardian suit and just kind of helping the team the best he can?
I think there'll be some changes to the suit, maybe. No metal RoboCop mask.
Yes. Anytime something like that comes up in the show, I wonder if it's a direct response to fans. Because so many people are
let's try this out
so
and
much
see what we
input.
get.
Yeah, because they're like, we don't like this costume. And so many people don't like the Guardian. And so this is such a late thing in the season that you have to wonder if maybe in fall they're like, maybe we should do more with the Guardian. And they're already so far ahead and
just
planning
setting him up for future series or future.
Yeah, exactly. Lena Luthor's character in this episode with Queen Rhea exposes a lot of mom issues with Lena, and it's sad. And this is another mother to betray her, and like real bad. Now, being a Luthor, and we ask this every super chat, do you think Lena's going to go to the dark side now after this betrayal?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's
just
inevitable.
Inevitable. Yeah. But do you want to see her dark? Or do you like her good?
I think she's good where she's at.
Yeah.
I think Terry Hatcher.
You don't like Terry
I think she covers all the evil.
Didn't you say that was your least favorite? Your real least favorite was any
real
scene?
Least favorite, yes. Any scene with her.
Any scene with her. Although I did like her dress.
Well, she's not a desperate housewife anymore. So.
I know. Well, she kind of is now.
Desperate mom.
She's a desperate queen mom. But she, like we were talking about earlier, she lied to Mon-El about the father. She murdered the dad.
Yeah.
And then lied. And so that's why we say you should maybe pistol whip her at least, just knock her out or something.
I didn't come up with the pistol whipping thing. I know there's a lot of negative feedback about that.
We're getting feedback on the show, but we don't condone violence except for on TV shows, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, she brings in to their world New Daxam, which is kind of cool that they've waited so long to introduce the big bad. What's going to happen now? We see they're teaming up next episode with Cadmus. What are your predictions for how New Daxam is going to go?
I think it's just going to be crazy.
Just crazy.
Just crazy.
Just crazy. Do you think, though, that this is going to be something that carries on into the next season and maybe isn't resolved?
No, it'll pick. Am I allowed to mention other shows on this?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Like with Walking Dead, they brought Negan all the way to the last episode. He had like 7 minutes of fantastic dialogue, and then that's all you saw.
Yes.
Then they waited till the next season, and now.
Yeah, I wonder if
it keeps getting dragged out.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be something that lingers. Like
it's got to.
It's such a huge thing.
It's such a huge thing.
Yeah, they're not gonna fit it into 2, so might as well just like leave you cliffhanger.
Yeah. And if they do fit it into 2, come on, that's
silly.
It's really quick to wrap up an invasion of the Earth. Well, I guess it's just the city of what's her city called? I can't remember. Her city that she lives in.
Capital City? Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
I wrote
the other
it.
one's Central City.
I have notes.
We have notes somewhere. But next week, a fan favorite is coming back, is Callista Flockhart. She's coming back to play Cat Grant. And also, I believe Linda Carter is in this episode.
What? That's
Linda Carter
awesome.
for president. We love her. So she plays the president. But I'm excited to see kind of how they wrap up the season. I think of the shows, and give me your opinion, I feel like Supergirl has been maybe the most well-written show of the year between Arrow and Flash. How do you guys feel about these seasons so far?
Well, I think they just they're more fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like the newest, and
Yeah,
so
that's
the
true.
storyline is like, you could go anywhere.
Yeah.
And with the other 2, it's like, we've been everywhere.
We've already done everything. I
Yeah.
know. And speaking of Arrows tonight, and I thought that this last week's episode, now, you guys don't watch Arrow, correct?
No.
So
I'm just not caught up.
Not caught up. I'm going to update the fans out there, or the fan watching.
The one singular
One
fan.
And
It's Adam.
So, okay, Arrow last week, it was a cool episode, but it was very cliche. They did the typical, like, save the girl from falling in the fan shot. It was a lot, but the show is strong this season, and I think Adrian Chase is a great villain. What I didn't like was with Felicity apologizing to Ollie at the end. Come on, girl, no, don't do that. But we're going to see more of where this goes in the previews for tonight. We see that Adrian Chase has now found Oliver's long-lost child, and it's foreboding. That's all I'm going to say. It's not looking good in Ollie land, but you got to watch at 8 to find out. And big note, Riverdale finale is coming up soon. Do you either watch Riverdale?
I've heard mixed reviews.
It's pretty creepy good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And they've been killing it with the trailers. Like the promos, I'm always like, oh, I should watch.
Yes.
And I'm pretty up to date. I think I may only be one behind, but finale's coming soon for this season. They will be back for season 2. So
You guys are gearing up for a couple busy weeks.
Yeah. Busy
All the
weeks.
finales coming up.
So much busyness. Yes, but I'm glad you got to be on today
Yes, absolutely.
to participate.
It's been a long time coming.
I know. I ask them all the time, and I'm so glad that they got to be on.
She hounded us.
I hounded them. I
much.
forced them to watch. I came to their houses and I put the shows on. No, I didn't. But make sure you check
TP'd.
out Favorite Least Favorite Podcast.
Please do.
It's a lot of fun. And make sure if you'd like a window by Liz, or if you want some oil advice, because she's got some good advice.
that too.
She does online classes and such. It's pretty cool. So Essential Oils if you want to learn about that. But
Some windows?
yeah, there's some weird windows. So check those out.
Look at 'em.
If you want to, go follow her on House Clark on Instagram.
Just look at 'em.
them.
Buy
They're
one.
beautiful. Look through them.
Yes.
They're lovely.
They're windows.
If you'd like to buy one. So contact her. And contact me if you have any questions
Stay there.
about or anger about pistol whipping. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anger about
Thanks everyone for
bound to
watching
happen.
Super Chat this week. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
See ya.